Hi, this is Zack Ward, better known as Scott Farkas from A Christmas Story, Nikolai Janova from Resident Evil Apocalypse, as well as Dave from the TV show Titus. You are listening to the Movie Guys podcast, so sit back, relax, and go on a journey with three really stupid men. You can also follow them at Movie Guy Podcast. Have fun.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, go to BREELnetwork.com. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Movie Guys Podcast. Tonight we have a special episode for all of you. We kind of hid it from you because we wanted to surprise you, but we got Zack Ward, an amazing actor here for an interview tonight. I'm Jordan, along here with Eric and Ed. Zack, how are you doing tonight?
I am good, gentlemen. I'm over here in Los Angeles. You guys are 3 hours ahead of me, so it's only 7 o'clock here. I'm excited to be on the show. I've heard really great things about most of you. One of you, I've heard horrible stories about. I'm not going to say who it is. I think we all know who I'm talking about.
Readily established, yeah. Well, you know, they say
That's funny.
They only get one shot, one first impressions, right?
One of us may like debauchery more than the other two. Just say it.
Nice. But, Zack, thank you again for being here. And to all the fans, we appreciate you downloading this episode. But we're going to sit down and talk with Zack Ward here about all the stuff he's done in the past and, of course, what's going on in the future and going on for the future and past, present, and future. I'm sorry. Wow. Bad choice of words. But I want to start off right at the bat by talking to Zack here about how I first got introduced to him. And it wasn't A Christmas Story, it was Titus.
Yeah.
And Titus is my favorite comedian, and that's when I first got introduced to you. How was that experience working on that show with Christopher Titus and everybody? With Stacy Keach, too.
Stacy Keach is amazing. The show was fantastic. Like, it's hard to translate what a great experience that was. 3 years of learning so much, the best writers, doing that in front of a live audience. And for those of you who have seen the show, a half-hour sitcom is roughly 22 minutes back in the day, back when we were shooting that. And if you look at a show like Friends, an episode of Friends will probably take 8 to 11 hours to shoot one episode, and the audience sits there watching the whole thing. The way we did it, which was amazing, and it hadn't been done since I Love Lucy, literally, with a live audience this way, is that we did it in real time. We had already recorded what we call the neutral spaces, which is Christopher Titus inside the that room with the electric chair talking to the camera.
Yeah.
We call that the neutral space. We recorded that on Wednesday. Then we recorded on Thursday the flashbacks. And then we ran everything else like a play. And literally, the show would start. There's a 500-person audience, and they're looking up at monitors above them. And they see all the opening of the TV show. You know, they have ding, 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 ding. And then it comes into Christopher Titus in the neutral space, and then it goes to a flashback. It comes to neutral space, flashback, neutral space, live show. And there's Chris, myself, Stacy, Cynthia, David Shatra, and we are in the midst of the episode. We start it. Whatever we're doing, if there's an argument, we're doing whatever the fuck it is. Now we're doing that. And we keep on doing that scene, and then we've got 4 cameras going at the same time. They're called A, B, C, and X. Oh, yeah. That's the standard proscenium shooting structure on a sitcom like that. You always have 4. A, B, C, and X. You call it X because C and D rhyme, or sound similar. That's the reason why you also had a countdown for sending a rocket to space. 5,
Yeah.
3, 2. There you go. So when we get to our point, somebody's breathing really fucking loudly on their mic, and it sounds like my grandma's
Jordan.
about to fall asleep.
Jordan.
Continue.
You got him,
calls coming from inside the house. Good God!
get him excited, man. That's you must have that effect.
He may be masturbating. We don't know.
Oh my God! Continue.
Yes.
Continue.
Yes. I want to hear
Thank you.
more.
All
Please
right,
continue.
so we would be doing it live, and then we'd hear and freeze, and literally everybody who's in the scene would stop moving. The lights would go down on the stage, in the audience above them on those monitors. The screens would pop up, or they'd open, like they turn on again, and the scene, whether it be a neutral space or a flashback, would play right fucking now. And you go neutral space, Chris Titus, then flashback, then back to neutral space, and we're back. And then lights would come back up on the stage, and we would continue the scene. Now, the only thing we would be doing while we were literally standing frozen, waiting for the neutral space and flashback to finish itself off, is we'd be staying in the moment of the emotion of what was happening. If we were in an argument, if I was in a fight with Chris Titus, I would be standing there talking to him. Our mics would be cut, and hold on, hey baby, I'm doing an interview with the Movie Guys podcast. They're all over the fucking place, so don't listen to anything they say. They're horrible, horrible fucking people. So yeah, don't let the dog bark. So because then I'll kill that animal. Hi, baby. Okay, so I would be talking to Chris. If Chris and I were in an argument about something, we would be whispering to each other, I can't believe you fucking did that, you son of a bitch. I can't believe it. Keeping that
Keep it
moment.
going,
and
yeah.
then they go, and so we're waiting for the neutral space in the flashback. And then we come back and we're back, and we go right back into the scene, arguing, moving, being funny, hopefully, and whatever else we do. And we did the whole episode like that. And for you guys to have a perspective and put it into a comparison study. So if you're watching an episode of Friends on stage, your ass is going to go fucking numb because it takes so long to shoot, and they just keep on running. All right, we're going to do that joke again. We're going to do that joke again. We're going to do that joke again. And it's a long ass time, dude.
Yeah.
And we never did that. So one episode that's roughly, when aired 22 minutes, we would shoot the whole thing in roughly 35 to 40.
Oh wow!
Nuts.
Wow.
So we would.
I
So
like it.
the audience would be in these seats. Before we get out there, they'd be watching another episode that we'd done. They think that's cool. Then we come out, we do our thing, and we do the whole show. We're done in 45 minutes, and we now fuck off. And they watch another episode. They have 30 minutes or 22 minutes or a half 40 minutes or whatever to watch another episode. And we go upstairs, and we've got 14 writers, including Chris Titus, Jack Kinney, Brian Hargrove, who are the show creators, and a slew of amazing writers in the writers' room. And we go upstairs, and they're telling us this joke worked, this joke died, and here's the options for all those jokes that died. So that script that we just did, we are now being given new lines to punch up the jokes that we just learned failed in front of a live audience. And it was great near the end because you have this very magical, they have a very interesting science to how you understand whether or not a joke works. When you pitch it, you laugh.
Yeah.
So it got to the point, right? Like kind of fucking tits, because you'd be sitting there and you got all these different writers and like, okay, blah, blah, blah. What about this? Blah, 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 about this. Blah, 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 what about this? Yeah. And that was literally everybody like, that's the best one. Circle that, go through the whole script. Then they punch out this, or you've written down the new lines, and then you go rehearse with the new lines for like another 15, 20 minutes because you don't have a lot of time.
No.
And then you go back downstairs and do the whole show again from beginning to end, and with the new lines included in the second pass, what we called it. And then we come out, we wave goodbye to the audience. We come out, we take a bow, or our guest stars take a bow, and
Sure.
then everybody leaves, and then the audience leaves, and then we have a couple of pickup shots, and we're done by 10 o'clock at night, and we started at
Wow.
we got there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We were rehearsing, and we probably started the show 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
So, I mean,
Wow.
doing something like that though is quite unique if it's going to be
Oh, yeah.
in a stage performance, and I would say that it shows a camera that you get when you're an actor. If it's going to be something like that, where there's the retake is not really an option. You're doing this in one. You a little more in the moment, maybe more of a genuine response, a little bit more of a responsibility to shine a bit more.
Well, here's the thing: is yes and no. I mean, honestly, in the beginning, it was kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like, I wouldn't call it nerve-wracking, because when you're rehearsing that much, and I learned this from Christopher Titus when I first got the job, and I was working on it with him, and I get the script, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go rehearse this." I'm like, "No, I want to keep it fresh for the day." And he looked at me and said, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you want to do. Get your ass in the fucking room. We're gonna run it until our eyes bleed, and then it's gonna get good." And was 100% right, because that's where you find the ability to play, is when you don't have to think about it. So by the time we got to shoot day in front of a live audience, it was fucking awesome. It was so much fun. The audience gave you so much energy, and it was this crazy experience, because yes, you're, I don't know, 20, 30 feet away from them.
Yeah.
And they're raised up above you so they can all look down. But at the same time, you got 4 cameras on you, and there's a switcher in a booth going, go from A, go to X, cut to B, go to C, but go back to A. And those pictures are being up on the monitors. So even though you're 30 feet, when there's a close-up on you, the camera's right on your face. And so any subtle movement or facial expression that you make, the audience is able to perceive it as if you're like 2 feet away from these people. And then, so that makes that the slightest facial expression can elicit such an incredible amount of laughter and nuance and subtlety.
Oh yeah.
And it was fucking so much fun, dude. Like, it was the best time ever. It was such a, and nowadays, I don't know if you guys know this, but nowadays the way sitcoms are shot, fuck, buddy, it's brutal.
Well,
it's horrible, man.
even the way that's done, not many shows have done it after that. The only one I can think of is there was a comedy on like NBC or CBS or one of those shows that did it, and Louis C.K. did one, Horace and Pete, on his network. He did
with
like
a live audience.
Yeah, in a play kind of format or theatrical format.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Louis C.K. thing. I tried to get into it, and I didn't care.
It's very
but
different.
I love Louis C.K. I mean, he's a god of comedy. I just couldn't get into that fucking thing. But the reason they don't do it anymore is because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
You have to have all the seats there. You have to have the insurance. You have to have the infrastructure, the parking, and then you have to get all these people. And then a lot of people don't want to stay that long. So usually the standard formula is to do it for 8 to 10 hours, and people hate it. And now what they do, and it's so gross, dude. It's so gross. I've done some Disney show one time, and they literally, and I shit you not, they have paid laughers.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Buddy. But here's the problem.
If you said Disney,
So-
I could have guessed that.
It's fucking horrid. Like, your comedy depends upon timing. So you're doing a scene in front of the cameras, and 30 feet away from you, behind a little movable wall, are 5 people who have been hired to sit and watch your performance on their monitor and laugh at it. Okay, that's weird as it is. And I mean, it's not too bad. But the problem is they have a time lag So they're like a good second and a half behind.
Oh,
So whatever the
Wow.
fuck you say, it's like waiting for laughter to give you a timing from somebody who's 2.5 seconds behind you.
yeah, that's a tough
So you have this
trigger.
incredibly uncomfortable stance. Like, you know, when you watch the news and they're like, so are you going to tell us, did you rape that little girl?
Yeah, let's go to Jane on the spot. Jane?
Yeah.
Oh, is this on? Wait, am I?
Yeah.
And it
Hi,
just
Bob.
fucks it, man. So, and now they've taken to just cutting out all the live audiences. And I guess I get it because what are you doing, Jordan?
Oh, don't worry about him.
Yeah. Don't worry about him. Just keep
Don't worry
talking.
about me. Don't worry about me, Zach. Keep going, buddy.
What's
I love
okay?
every
What's
minute
oh
of
no,
this.
he's just smoking weed in the dark, you creepy fucker. That's it.
My wife is
Um,
talking to me right now.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's got.
Sorry
like
about
aggro.
that,
Yeah.
pal.
Yeah, so, but it was really a time, like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was incredibly difficult, and it was a Camelot. It was incredible
Sure.
fucking Camelot
That's a
of
good way
opportunity.
That's a good way of putting it too. I mean,
And
it something like that too obviously adds to the rap sheet, and going forward, I mean, to have something like that to go with it too. I mean, uh, I was looking over. I wanted to switch into Bethany too because I know that you
Sure.
co-wrote this,
yeah,
and looking at the credit, there's not a you have some other. This is the IMDb page for your other writing works here. This seems to be what the second feature.
I've written Restoration, Bethany, Terror of Halloween. I've written HVT that hasn't been made yet. I'm writing a series now. I also wrote If Looks Could Kill. That was made into a movie of the week. What was the other one I wrote? I also wrote Condemned. That hasn't been made yet. I wrote 7 movies in the last 2 years, 5 of which have been made.
Holy cow! I mean, is it because these all have kind of the same theme, right? More of a haunted horror theme.
Yeah, they're more of a horror thing. That's what I got. Oh, I also did one called Circus Kane. It's not gonna, I forget them. Yeah, but they're horror themed because that's what people wanted me to be able to do for them, so I did.
Well, I have to say, like, I really did enjoy like this from the story aspect of Bethany. Like, this movie podcast, like, it's. I like to pride ourselves in one thing is that if we were to watch a movie, if there's something we didn't like about a movie, then what would you replace it with, or what would you think?
Right.
Would fit better
Right.
because it's real easy just to shit on anything. But okay, then, buddy, I know I'm not going to see you making it, but what would you do better then? And
Right.
I'm not going to sit here. Obviously, my expertise of film reaches as far as the remote on the coffee table. But
Okay.
but no, this story was locked tight. Like I mean, these guys know, and anyone, all of the viewers know that. I mean, I try to crack down on the story, be like, well, this was unbelievable, but I actually enjoyed it. Everything made sense. I didn't have any
Cool.
questions, anything after it. I yeah, honestly enough, going into it, it was just like, okay, well, I don't know where we're going with this, but that second part, I actually texted these guys when it was happening too. Those kind of twists and turns at the end. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Now I'm watching. Now let's get
Yeah.
into it here. So like, yeah, I was very very happy with the way this turned out, man. Like, you have a knack for horror. It looks like.
Thank you. Well, I got to give a lot of credit to James Cullen Bressick. He, story-wise, we built the story structure together.
Now he also
This is gonna
directed,
be
right?
Yeah, he also directed it. I produced both we produced Restoration and Bethany together. We did them back to back. We used same locations, doubled them up, the same crew. We wrote both films together. I directed Restoration, which if you haven't seen it, go fuck yourself. Just to keep it real, 'cause thanks a lot, dickheads. I've watched all of your movies, ass. But so I directed Restoration, and actually my mom's in Restoration. My 82-year-old mother's in Restoration.
Shout out to
which
everyone's
she
moms.
fucking kills it, boy. She kills it. Yeah, you should really see it. I'm so proud of her. And then, so then we'd written both, and then I focused on polishing up Restoration, and then he focused on polishing up Bethany after we did they did a couple drafts of it, and really because James's family, how to say this and not be a complete dick.
Take a word.
James's family is very biting. Like the mom, his mom. The first time I met her, I was helping James with something, and she says, "Oh, so you're the blah blah blah." By the way, she happens to be Jewish. That's the thing.
I was like,
And
is
I
that
said,
should go-to accent for everybody?
And she goes, "So, what are you doing for the holidays?" I said, "Well, my brother and his wife are coming out, and they're hanging out with us. And where are they from? They're from Toronto. Both my brother, his wife, and my mom live in Toronto. And my brother." And she goes, "Oh, but you didn't bring out your mother?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Dude, you just called me a bad son. I
Yeah.
just fucking met you. Like, are you high? Also, I'm a grown ass fucking man. Like, I'm almost 50. Get the fuck out of here." So that's sort of like subtle digging, very, I want to say stereotypical, vitriolic, feminine, undermining, passive aggressive type behavior, right? That's something that James is familiar with because he's got two sisters and the older mom, and they have this kind of like, reach around and stab the dagger in the back of the, stab the dagger in the back type of conversation. Whereas my family was like, "Hey, you're being a fucking dick. Knock it off." "Okay, I'm sorry for being a dick. All right, I love you." Like we're very abrupt, direct people. We may scream, but then we're like, "Hey, sorry I called you a cunt, Mom, and I wish you would die. Love you again." "I know, honey. I know. Sorry I threw that chair at your face. It's all right. It missed." So that was like, I was not good at that sort of tragic subtext, that very and I hate to sound misogynistic, but that very feminine energy of passive aggressive nature. And James is. And so he was when he started writing the women, the relationship between Shannon Doherty and her daughter, and I would read the script, I was like, "Oh my God, if I grew up in your house, I'd fucking kill myself."
I was just about to say that. I was like, I found the basis for the characters in this movie. Then, just as you describe his family, it's just like, all that makes sense. Let's just go ahead and scratch out these lists.
I gotta give it to James. Like he really created a dynamic between mother and daughter that felt so uncomfortably toxic. And you could see how it just manipulated and crushed the spirit of a child.
Yeah.
And you like literally, it makes you want to go over and give James a hug and like, "Are you okay, man? Are you okay?"
There was a lot. And
you need a therapist.
Well, they did a really good job of transitioning from like the present to the past, those flashbacks when it was old Claire and young Claire. I really like a few of them stood out where she was like turning the spoon, and it went from spoon in the tea to the spoon in the soup. Like there's certain things like they were knocking on the door, went from one door to the other door. So I like that, but yeah, like you could really tell that the main character Claire, I think,
Claire,
that she was like really just like, "Hey, this was a fucked up, like stuff's resurfacing here, like, hey, something's happening here. I'm not really cool with what's going on, but at the same time, like a little bit curious to know what the hell is going on." And a lot of it made sense towards the end, especially like some of the first fright scenes. Like there was one what the fuck moment completely was when she was first off, she looks every time she looks in a mirror, it's just bad news. But
well, I mean, that's a classic horror film trope. Mirrors just not going to be a good place.
When the stitching string was coming out of her face, that with her fingers touch her fingers at one time, I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And then like it all made sense at the end. It's like, "Oh no shit!"
Right.
And that's what I was like, "Well, that's fucking that was a good callback. It was fucking great, actually."
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. I think we did. I think we did more than the average bear with what we had. Writing, for that genre, for that structure. And I definitely wanted the film to be something that would appeal to James's loyal cadre of horror fans, but at the same time wouldn't be so grotesque that it would ostracize audiences with a more tender stomach.
Sure.
For example, I laugh at shit where people's heads get ripped off because I'm very familiar with practical effects.
Yeah.
My fiance if she hears someone's skull getting crushed in noise, she's like, oh my God, it's so I wanted to make sure that the film could be watched by boyfriend and girlfriend, not to be misogynistic, but by someone who likes it and someone who likes horror and someone who's a pussy. So I wanted to balance that out, whatever sex or gender that ended up being.
No, we usually refer to that as a date movie on here, right, boys? It's just like a
There you go.
Absolutely.
Wow, you did it much more politically correct than I said it. Thank you. I'll say that from now on.
A lot of Netflix and chill movies go on around here.
Nice.
Between
Zach,
you
I have a
guys,
question
like, that's
for you.
great. Congratulations for coming out like that. That's brave.
Yeah,
Neck of the woods.
Gee, thanks. Go
Appalachia.
fuck yourself.
I wanted to
Did
talk.
you just say go fuck yourself to Zach Ward? Okay.
Well,
did.
no. I was joking. I was joking.
Jordan, he told us his bucket list well before this show had started, and
Yeah, I know.
that was clearly
True.
one right there, right, almost at the top. Gotta tell Zach Warren.
True. Zach, I have to ask this, but how's it working with Tom Green?
He's a sweetheart.
How was that?
He's a very nice man, very kind, as nice as you think he would be. Just beyond adorable.
I was happy to see him in here. I like to do this where if I go see a movie, I don't like to research it much at all,
Right.
because exactly.
You won't get surprised.
Yeah, exactly. And so starting this one, when the camera first turned, I was like, oh fuck, it's Tom Green. It's like, this is even better. And then obviously Shannon Doherty right after that too. And that was so great casting.
That was
on
nice
this.
to see. Great. Zach, can I bring up another question from the past, if you don't mind?
Go ahead and knock yourself out.
How was it being Nikolai from Resident Evil Apocalypse? How was that?
We reviewed that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We did.
That was fun. That was pretty cool. That was
You got killed by zombie dogs.
I did.
Was that
And
was
it's
that requested?
and it sucked because I was having that badass moment where I was fucking taking down all the zombies, boom, 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 just being a fucking stone cold killer. And then I roll up, I'm like, I've got save the girl. I've got this bitch. And no, I didn't. I got my ass chewed open by a fucking Doberman. So it kind of sucked. It was. I mean, the movie doing it was great.
That was filmed in Toronto, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Oh, so perfect. So I was in your home then. Oh, perfect then.
Yeah, actually, this is a little piece of trivia for your boys.
Okay.
The place, actually, the school, it plays a school in the movie where the children are chewing on the teacher and the zombie dogs are coming through. That was my fucking high school, dude.
Was it?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I felt like such a stone cold pimp to be like, oh, what's going on?
That's
I don't
amazing.
know. Just shooting a $70 million movie in my high school, you bitches. Yeah, don't invite me to any fucking reunion. Suck a bag it. Yeah.
That'd be one hell of the reunion right there, too, yeah.
Right? It was great.
You're doing what? Oh, well, good luck with that. And then, Guess what now, Miss Johnson?
So Zach, I got a fun little story to tell you here about you, real quick, if you don't mind.
Get it.
So it was 2003, and my dad raised me on Friday the 13th movies. We've interviewed Ted White, who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 4 back in the day.
Okay.
So we went to go see Freddy vs. Jason. And at this point, I was a big fan of Titus. I had all the DVDs, I knew who you were and everything.
Poster on the wall.
All of a sudden, your wrists are cut in a bathtub. And I'm like, is that fucking Zack Ward? That's fucking Zack Ward. What the fuck? Like, how was that for 5-10 minutes in Freddy versus Jason? Like, I was shocked that you were in the movie. So
to be honest with you, most people are shocked when they see me in anything, and their response is always, holy fuck, is that redheaded dick? Oh, it is him. What is he doing in this?
Why doesn't he have a coonskin cap on?
Right?
Is that the Google thing?
I was just shocked. I was just shocked to see you in the theater. Did you get a chance to meet Robert Englund? Did you get
Oh yeah.
Did you have an experience?
It was literally 3.5 hours of makeup to get those fake arms on with the tubes and all that stuff. And then the Robert Englund was there teaching me how to do his walk and how to move his body, move the body like he does, because he does it like the choreographer from All That Jazz, which is whom again? He's got a name.
All That Jazz.
Nope.
That would be Roy Scheider.
No, that's the actor
No.
who played the choreographer.
Oh shit.
You're talking about in the stage entrance.
Hold on a second, gentlemen. I'm using the interwebs. Bob Fosse. Bob Fosse was a little feller who was the choreographer, and he kind of was built like George Costanza's dad from Seinfeld. You know, he has that sort of like orangutan body, like dumpy little middle part, long,
Jerry
creepy
Stein?
arms.
Or
Yeah,
Stiller?
there you go, Jerry Stein.
Jerry
No,
Stiller.
yeah. But he's what's his face's father.
Ben Stiller.
Ben, not Stein. God damn it,
Stiller.
guys.
Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller. Yeah.
Stiller. There we go. Yeah. It's Ben. It's Stiller. Yeah, and then he's built. He's the father of what's his ass Stiller. God, we're sucking at this. So, anyways, Bob Fosse.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. In editing, we'll sound like fucking geniuses. Just get like a robot voice to enter, like Bob Fosse.
Yeah.
Right.
The beauty of our show is we don't edit it; it just goes.
That's terrifying. So Bob Fosse tilts his body in such a way to make himself look more streamlined and aquiline and attractive for dancing, and that's everything that Freddy Krueger was based on, that Robert Englund had created. If you noticed, if you take a look at music, yeah, he based his body movement on Bob Fosse. And if you look at how Freddy Krueger walks and moves, it is like someone getting ready to dance in All That Jazz or Cabaret.
That
It's
explains
exactly
the hat,
the same.
the kind of the
Oh my god.
It's
It's a
exactly
very
the
Fosse
same.
move. Michael Jackson
Yep.
does the
That
same
is
thing.
so interesting.
And his key was to, you have to drop your right shoulder when you've got the glove on, because it has to look like that hand is super heavy, when in fact the thing's not heavy at all. So
Wow.
he taught me how to do all that, and I've now revealed the secrets to you for only $39.95. And then the great part was getting in a bathtub filled with fake blood when you're basically a fucking albino redhead, because that stained my skin for literally a week. I looked like I was hot pink. And then also I'm wearing something which called a cock sock in the industry, which is like a banana hammock with no butt on it. And it's like a wet t-shirt contest for your balls. So everybody's looking at your sack. And you have to make that like, hi, nice to meet you, crew. This is the head of my dick. Like,
Yeah.
that's literally what happened.
Don't mind me just hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So here's what I want to know. If I read this correctly, your mother was an actor, your brother's an actor, and they
No.
sort of didn't want to keep.
No,
I'm wrong.
No, you're wrong already. You're wrong.
Okay.
My mother's an actress. My brother is a rigging grip now.
Okay.
And a father to my nephew, Lincoln Zacharias Foster. But my brother was never an actor. Well, he tried a little bit when he was younger, but he kind of sucked, and he knew it, so he got out of that. He's a rigging grip. He does big movies in Toronto. But you're right. He was the reason. Like, I wanted to start acting, and my mom said no, have a normal life. And then my brother debated it with her, what was the definition of a normal life. She acquiesced. I started auditioning at the age of 10. Took like a year. I got my first commercial, which was Jell-O. I think you can look it up on the YouTubes. It's pathetically cute.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
is it really?
oh my god, redheads are adorable, and then we grow up to be just assholes. But as children, just oh my god. And then I got Christmas Story.
What? Well, the second part to that was going to be, because you did answer literally everything I was going to ask you. What films inspired you to get into acting, or what movies made you love acting?
Actually, it was Taming of the Shrew by Shakespeare.
Wow.
If you didn't know who made Taming of the Shrew. And it was because my mom was working in Stratford, Ontario at the time. She was in Romeo and Juliet and some other plays and Taming of the Shrew. And she would explain stuff to me from a book called Lamb's Tales of Shakespeare, lambs meaning little kids. So she would explain stuff to me, and she would try to explain the dirty jokes in a way that was funny, and I knew that it was supposed to be funny
Cool.
without it being completely erotic and grotesque. And there's a
It's
line in the Tim.
challenge.
What's
Like,
that?
What? Give credit to your mom right there. A challenge to one, interpret Shakespeare, then to tell the joke in Shakespeare, and
Yeah.
then to put it on a children's level. Like,
What a
Yes.
brilliant what a brilliant woman.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking hilarious. And nice catch, by the way, gentlemen. That you're right. That is a lot of interpretive dance.
yeah.
And there is a joke in Taming of the Shrew where can't remember the name of the character, but he says blah 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 blah, my tail and your tongue, and it means you're gonna suck my dick.
Oh.
And my way my mom explained it to me was like, because she used to do this thing where she would, you guys can see my hand, the audience can't, making a hand with a little fist and doing this kind of like puppet mouth with
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
And she would chase me around and say, "Oh, they're flying bombs! They're gonna fart on you!" Poot, poot. And I'd be like, "No, not the bombs!" And it's just a hand puppet, right? Like made out of your knuckles. So she was explaining it on that level of comedy. So when I go to see the play, I'm waiting for this moment where someone's going to talk about their wiener, and it's hilarious. I'm very excited about it. And the guy pulls a blah 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 blah, and my tail and your tongue.
As
And
still uses
everybody
that
in the
line too.
goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah," as if it's some deep meaning, as opposed to "You're gonna touch my wiener," which is what it was supposed to be. And at that moment, watching them, I was so disappointed that this guy wasn't funny. I was like, "What?
I
Ugh,
kind of want to be a
this
fly
guy
on the wall,
sucks."
just to have Zack in the background. Little Zack just goes, "Say waiter."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I said wiener. But actually, that was the moment that got me into acting. I looked at that. I was like, that guy sucks. I could do better than that guy.
Wow.
And that's what started me wanting to do acting. And actually, that's kind of what started me doing everything in my life, is that I watched somebody else
That's
do
awesome.
it shitty. And I came up with a saying about that. Great movies are inspirational. Shitty movies are motivational.
That's good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Can I tweet that?
Just give me fucking respect for it,
Yeah.
because I came up with
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
motherfucker.
quote
That's
Zack Ward on
brilliant,
that
dude.
one. It's, so wait, you
Zach,
how
next
long?
week.
I was actually curious to know how long you grown up in Stratford. Then your mom worked there.
I was there for, hold on a second. What's up, babe? Oh, okay. That's creepy. So my fiance is being an audience of one, and now I'm getting really fucking uncomfortable. So anyways, this one time when I was never with another woman,
That'll do it.
yeah, she's poking her big ass head in.
Hi.
There you go.
Hi.
Hello.
It's like an Easter island with a blonde wig on it.
Hi.
Hi.
How you
Shut
doing?
up, dog. She's good. So what was your question again? It was what?
Stratford. So how long? You said
I
your mom
was
had
in
worked there.
Stratford for like a year and a half, 2 years.
It's not a bad surrounding to be there for that long, man. Like I had gone there for
A lot of cool shit happened there. I got to play backstage. I got to wear armor and play with swords, and watch all the performers. I met Maggie Smith. If you guys don't know who that is,
nice.
Google it. Maggie Smith is like Dame Maggie Smith. She's knighted in England. She was in Harry Potter.
Yeah, Professor
for you.
McGonagall, everybody.
Yeah, there you go, gentlemen. And I got to meet all these amazing actors and watch their process. And at the same time, I got to get the fucking shit beat out of me on a daily basis at
There we
the
go.
school I was going
Now
to,
we're talking.
because I was a little ginger boy named Zack with a dog named Tinkerbell and no dad, and I didn't play hockey.
Yep. That's
So-
all the qualifications right there. Just you started right from the top and went all the way down
Oh,
the
dude.
list. It's
Hey, who's the new kid? Paul? Adam? David? No, he's some freckled freak with red hair named Zack and a
oh,
miniature poodle named Tinkerbell.
oh he's
Let's
good to be.
fucking kill him. Yeah, so
Can't let that
was,
one fly. No.
Yeah, that is unacceptable.
That
Yeah,
kid can't
they
be
would-
happy.
well-
We can't let that.
I was a redhead, and when I was a kid, the only other redhead hero I knew of was Peter Pan. Peter Pan's sidekick was Tinkerbell. I got the dog when I was 6, 7, and my mother, God bless her soul, didn't think to go, great name, honey. Why don't you make that your secret name and name him your ministry something like Axe Warrior or Master of Coolness or something that won't get your ass beat in these small hick towns we live in. So yeah.
You find that like older you are though, like you hear about that, and like, that's actually like, oh, that's kind of a thing. Like I knew a guy who, after he saw Milo and Otis, he mowed lawns until he saved up money to actually buy a pug on his own because he loved the movie so much. But
Aw,
you know,
that's
kind of,
cute.
yeah, exactly. One of those, you know, finds some belief and support in Peter Pan, gets himself a sidekick Tinkerbell.
Yeah, and ends up getting the shit kicked out of him and
Say
starts
waiter!
studying martial arts. There you go.
that
This is
guy.
awesome.
Now, Zach, next week we are going to be reviewing Alien Covenant.
Ooh, I can't wait to
So
see that.
That's what I wanted to ask. So I wanted to ask you real quick.
Sure.
Two-part question, very quick. Are you a hardcore Alien fan or a huge fan like I am? And are you excited to see the movie? I was curious what you thought about
Let's
that.
preface this before he answers this that Jordan will jerk this movie off to the best of his ability, no matter what, because he
Zach,
loves everything there is to do about Alien.
I honestly,
Zach, I
think,
have action figures and comic books. So
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
go ahead.
I actually, I have the eggs. I have the collectible eggs, the little ones.
Oh
haven't-
shit! No, you don't.
I haven't
pretty
opened
cool.
the package yet, and they're like little ones, and they have the face huggers inside them.
And we've lost Jordan forever.
I love the movie.
I'm gone, guys.
Have you guys watched the original Alien on Blu-ray HD?
We'll just leave that to Jordan. I'm just gonna let
Zach.
Jordan do
VHS.
Yes. Zach, does the
So-
Pope shit in the woods? Yes.
Yeah. So the reason I ask is because you actually can see the steel cable drop it, lowering the aliens or pulling the alien up behind. There's one character, and it hasn't been taken out in the 35 mil version for the transfer at 720h SD. It didn't have enough high resolution to be able to capture that.
Yeah.
But you can see it on a high def television, and it's kind of amazing to be able to watch the mind of the director to be able to manifest, turn this beautiful Giger design into this fucking ferocious legend, and do it basically with smoke and wires. Fucking cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan. I will say Prometheus didn't make any fucking sense. And
Thank you.
and when someone, and here's the thing is, when you have a low budget, you know, there's a scene where what's her face, the gorgeous chick who's in it, in
Rumi
Prometheus.
Mara?
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it gorgeous?
Well,
Charlize
Well, I mean,
Charlize
Theron.
Theron.
I'm
No,
sorry.
not
Charlize Theron is something. No offense to Rooney Mara, but get your head out of your fucking ass, bud. Yeah. Oh, the gorgeous chick. Jesus Christ. So she says something like, she goes, we're 500,000 miles from Earth. It's like, no, you're not stupid. That would still be inside the solar system. The very beginning, you've got like a star date explaining where you are and traveling. And I'm sorry, when you got $80 million fucking dollars or $120 million fucking dollars to make a movie, you can Google search space. And if it's like, if a fucktard like me can capture that, you lazy dickhole. On the other side, gorgeous designs. And then on the other side, stupid as shit in the world when a space biologist is going up to a penis cobra monstrosity like it's his neighbor's fucking newborn baby.
Yeah.
Hey there, buddy. How's it going, pal? Dude, I wouldn't do that to a dog, let alone a space penis cobra. Doesn't make any sense. And at that point, that's when you stop giving a shit about what they do because they're making dumbass fucking decisions. So now you go, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm very excited about Aliens Covenant. Wait a second. Is he going to cry? Jordan, you're going to cry on me?
He does look like he's going to cry, doesn't he?
No.
He does look.
No. I'm just.
Zack, you're not nice to the movie. Oh, Zacharias.
Oh my God!
bully.
Thank God.
You've had
You're
this-
going to cry for me, crybaby? You going to cry?
Oh,
You
Zach,
cry for me, crybaby?
That's
Come
perfect.
on. Cry.
Zach, you are so awesome.
Yeah.
Everything I hoped.
Here you go.
Zach, we're not going to go much longer, but my last question for you that I had, of course, is to go full circle back to Titus. My favorite episode that you were in, hardcore, was in Dave joins the military.
Yeah, that was
Is there
fun.
an episode that you like more than
Tommy's not
than
gay.
episode or what? What do you
Tommy's
think?
not
He's
gay.
ready for that one.
Tommy's not gay.
You
Tommy's
like
not
that
gay
one.
is a brilliant fucking episode.
That episode did a lot. Knowing from what I have done for my fandom of Titus is that's the first mainstream sitcom to talk about
Yep.
homosexuality.
And also, no, more importantly, uh, um, queer bashing.
Yeah.
Because like my older brother, when I was in high school in Toronto, my older brother got beat up by 8 guys, put in the hospital. He fractured his skull. He didn't know who I was for a week.
Jesus.
And then there was some fucktard at my school who's bragging about going queer bashing on the weekend, and I broke his jaw. And so what I loved about with Titus doing that is that, look, Jack Kenny, one of our creators, is gay and married to his husband Michael. Brian Hargrove is gay and married to David Hyde Pierce. Titus is not gay, but the shows like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy or Will and Grace, or fuck, I don't know. Any of those shows, though, the problem is if you're watching them, you're gay or you're a woman or you're already gay friendly. So you're really just preaching to the choir. You're pandering to an audience you already know accepts you. And what I loved about the balls that they had to do on this was they weren't saying, let's all go out and suck a dick because that makes us all equal, because that's fucking insulting. And we'll keep our politics out of it, but I do believe that one of the reasons why we went Republican in the last election is because the Democrats were jamming an agenda down everybody's throat about how they should feel about things. And that's not cool. It gets to be overwhelming when you're told how to relate to other people. And what I liked about what Titus had done is they didn't say, hey, let's all be gay is okay, get down on the brown. It wasn't about that. It was, do you believe that somebody should be beaten to death and hung on a fence post to die because they're gay? And you can't say that's okay. Like, unless you're a soulless prick who's basically a Nazi, you can't. And what I loved what they did about it is, like, I literally have that moment where I'm in the bar with Titus and Cynthia and David Shatra, and he's freaking out. He's like, no, I must be gay. And I down a beer and I put it down. I turn around, I kiss him, and I start kissing him, and I push his face down, and he falls backwards on the pool table, and the kiss goes on for like a good 20 seconds. And I love David, but man, that guy's facial hair is hard as fuck. And I got to take my hat off for gay dudes who kiss bearded gay dudes, because that shit fucking hurts. And I finished kissing him, and I go, you like that? He goes, no. And I'm going, then you're not gay.
Gay, yeah.
Everybody starts laughing, and then it cuts to the neutral space and Christopher Titus saying what he says.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the appreciation
What's
with
that- yeah.
Chris Titus, though, is that's why whenever he would do his shows or his stand up, I considered them more to be one man shows than a stand up.
Yeah. His stand up, I wouldn't call him a stand up. I'd call him a raconteur.
Yeah. That's a good way.
Because he's more of a classical storyteller to give you, like, he's giving you an arc. It's not jokes. It's story. So you're going on a adventure with him of word and mind. But I respected that because the audience that was watching Titus liked cool cars, Cynthia's big titties, funny jokes. I smoked weed. So you were exposing it to an audience that wasn't really asking for that. And, I thought that was always a sign of great shows where they made you think, like MASH or Cheers. I thought those were the shows that meant something. So yeah, that was
Well,
my
I mean, Zach, like I said to you on the phone, like I said to you before we did the show, I mean, like, it meant something to me because it was the first sitcom I watched, and you were always fun in it. And every time I see you in movies, back in the past, after the show, and also in the future, I'm like, oh my God, Zack Ward, that's amazing. And a little fun fact to the fans, and Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Titus was the first sitcom to ever be shot in full HD as well.
Yeah, it was the first sitcom to be
So-
shot
What?
with
No
a
shit.
Panavision,
Back in
Panavision
2000.
F900,
Yeah.
which is the first digital camera.
So-
for broadcast standards.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. So, but we know that Zach has a personal life. We don't want to keep you forever. But Zach, thank you so much
really
for coming
appreciate
on
it.
to the show.
Tell
my
all our
pleasure,
fans
guys.
where they
Really
can find
awesome.
you. Do you have Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat? Tell all our
I
fans where they
have
can
the
find you.
Twitter. I have the Twitter,
Oh,
and I have the Facebook, and I have the Instagram. My Facebook is Zack Ward, and God, what is it a picture of now, baby? My fan one. Not to be an asshole, guys, but my personal is over 5K, and I can't.
Right.
no, you gotta separate that shit.
Oh, with the cats. Oh yeah, so the look up
Yeah.
a Facebook of me, and the picture looks amazing. Got to tell you, it's the best picture, the greatest picture you've ever seen of a redhead ginger boy in a chair. Yeah, I'm wearing a white shirt and a black tie, and my red hair is red, and my green eyes are sparkling like limpid isles, and that will melt your soul. So please go there for Zack Ward Facebook, Twitter is Total Zack Ward, TOTAL ZACKWARD, as is my Instagram. And by all means, please, if you're going to watch Bethany, look, this is indie film. And when I say indie film, I mean I fucking killed myself to get these things made. Both Restoration and Bethany, sweat, blood, and fucking tears. And with all the
Absolutely.
fucktards stealing our work and putting it on YouTube, my job is to get our investors money back who backed us, and I don't want to say supported a dream, but believed that we would follow through with our word. And if I have to jerk off everybody between here and the Appalachian Mountains to get a lot of people to watch that movie,
There you go.
give me the Lubriderm, motherfucker, because I'm good to go. Watch Bethany, watch Restoration on iTunes, give me a fucking review. Make it
Yes.
3 or above because we want other people to watch it. And if you have a problem or a question or a suggestion about the movie, Twitter me on a DM, and I will fucking hit you back. I don't do it every 24/7 because that shit's annoying. But when I do it, I answer people's questions directly. But please,
Absolutely.
save indie fucking film.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Yeah,
my
you
man.
Find
Listen,
both those
this has
movies
been the
on
perfect
iTunes.
fucking interview.
Both those movies are on iTunes or on Amazon Video, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out
Does-
Bethany. It's amazing. It
It was-
really
Thank you,
is.
guys.
It was a solid story.
Thank you.
Like as far as
Um,
movies goes, I was happy. I really was.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, because Zach, we've seen some crap. I mean, yes.
And
Buddy,
we are
I've-
talking about Independence Day 2, by the way. That movie was awful.
And that's the
we
thing
saw
is the
that.
problem is when the budgets are that big, I'm not going to give you a get out of jail free card. When you're making
Right.
if you got no fucking money and you're making a good movie, I'm going to lift your ass up high and give you a high five. I mean, look at a film like The Babadook. That fucking movie was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the Babadook was great. Yeah.
yeah.
And then of course-
thank you for the support.
Yeah. They,
No,
they
yeah,
were coming on.
and then of course, we talked about Resident Evil 2, but Resident Evil Final Chapter was our ass this year.
Oh,
So I mean,
barf.
it's
Dude. I got to be honest. Okay, and I got to get off this in a second. But my attitude towards the Resident Evil thing, look, I think the first one was fucking awesome. I thought it was great.
Sure.
I thought the one I was in was pretty fucking cool. I thought the one in the desert,
Yeah.
and then it started getting fucking ridiculous. Like this bitch was Akira. Like it just became bananas. Like every superpower, she became
Yeah,
one
supernatural. Yeah.
and it's just like you get to a point where it becomes so derivative of every other single fucking franchise, and she's nigh indestructible, and you're throwing every fucking cliche at the end of it that you just snore fucking pie, dude. I just could
Nice.
not give a
Using
shit.
cheat codes.
So-
Got cheat codes.
I love Mila Jovovich. That bitch is hardcore, and she's a sweetheart. But dude, I'm glad she's out of that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
On that note,
guys,
Watch Bethany, watch
thank you so much.
Restoration.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna check out Restoration now.
Check us out on iTunes. Search Movie Guys Podcast. Go to movieguyspodcast.com, BeRealNetwork.com, and also Podbean, which is movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. Zach, don't hang up. We have something
Yeah.
for you just real quick before we let you go. But thank you so much for listening to this episode, guys. We'll be back next week for Alien Covenant. We're excited to talk to you guys about that. So have a good night.